Brian Schneider here with us, working with the catchers here at Marlins, with the Marlins. What can you give us about Jorge Alfaro?
Well, he's young. Last year was only really his first full season, so he's still raw. He's got all the talent in the world. He's got a lot of tools to work with. He's got a strong arm, quick feet. We've worked on his blocking a lot. Last year, when I asked him things he wanted to really improve on, blocking was one of them. Said some balls were, coming off him too much. He was in good position, he felt like. So we did a couple things differently with his blocking, but his throwing, he's got such a strong arm.
Yeah.
So that's really easy to work with. But he's got a tough job ahead of him. Getting him to learn these pitchers and our philosophies and the new pitching coach, a lot of different things. But he's adjusting well. I just wish he could have played more in spring, but he was hurt, so it's kind of like catch up right now for him.
Brian, as we were reading the scouting reports when the rumors started going on that he would come to the Marlins for JT Realmuto, and when it became official, we started reading scouting reports and it said that one of his flaws was probably calling the baseball games, but he's been doing a very good job with that. Have you been working with him on that?
Yeah, it's not just me. Coming into a series, we started to get a little routine with myself, him, and Chad Wall, watching video together come up. But Mel Stottlemyre and Dean Trainer, those guys have been really, really helpful for him. Mel comes up with a really good game plan, and in between innings, he's always asking. He wants to know. He's talking to us, and he's doing all the right things right now. And it's going to take him a little while to, like I said, to get used to our pitchers. But so far, he's done a really good job of sticking to the game plan and not really going away from it. Not using the pitchers, third or fourth pitch in key situations.
Brian, what are the tweaks that need to be done to his blocking game behind the plate?
Right now we're just trying to get him to block forward, with his knees, to go forward to minimize the distance between the ball hitting the dirt and hitting his chest. Last year, a lot of things were hitting him up top, and he was losing balls. So we're trying to get him to minimize the distance and to keep it, balls under control in front of him. But overall, it's very hard to, I don't want to sit here and, take this and that. Overall, he's done a really good job blocking so far for us. So we're very happy with that.
Naturally, he's a big frame guy.
Mm-hmm.
How much confidence does that give a pitcher? And you were kind of the same way back in your playing days.
He's a little bigger than me, but I understand what you're saying. Well, it doesn't matter how big you are, you still have to present a good target. There's some big guys out there that have narrow feet, narrow knees together, and don't use their body. So we're just trying to get him to stay as wide as possible and comfortable. And like you said, give those pitchers a good big target. And sometimes he gets he goes to a knee a little bit too early. And we're trying to get him to stay on his feet, try to get those good target, because when he's on his feet, he can catch the ball down low very well. He's a strong kid, and the ball really doesn't affect him very much because he's so strong. So we're just trying to get him in the best position possible to get those strikes called.
From your perspective, and to finish off here, what you've seen from him, you think he's got the potential to become one of the best catchers in the league?
100%. Like I said, coming into it, we trade JT, we get him, and you start looking at all aspects of his game, and he's young, he's big, he's strong, great arm, he's fast, he's got a lot of tools to work with. So I'm lucky to be able to have those tools to help tweak here and there. But overall, we're very happy with what he's done so far. He's got a long way to go, but he's young, and we're excited for the future.
Brian, on your playing days, the shift wasn't used as much as it's been used now.
Right.
What adjustments does the catcher need to do to be able to help the other guys in front of him with every single one of the shifts that are being put on play?
The thing with the shifts is, you're playing percentages, and if we stick to our game plan, the odds of them hitting into the shift, obviously go up. It takes the pitchers to be able to hit their spots also. If we're pitching a guy in and we have a guy to pull and he throws the ball away, obviously it doesn't help out the shift. So I think there's a lot of things that go into it, but as long as we stick to our game plan and don't get a ride from it, because once we start to do that, then it takes the percentages kind of out of it, because the shifts kind of played into the way we're going to pitch guys too. So it's one of those things in the game that have changed a lot, like you said, and they just I don't know how long it's going to stick around, if it's going to stick around, but it is here right now, and we're doing the best we can right now with it.
Do you think it takes away from the extraordinary plays we used to see from Jeter, Vizquel, Ozzie, Smith back in the days?
No, because those guys will still make their plays. They'll still, if they're shifted up the middle, they'll still make their plays to their right or to their left. So it doesn't take that excitement away. Those guys are good, and they're one of the best for a reason. So I'm not worried about that part. It's just it's sometimes it's to the eye as a fan, you look out there and you see everyone shifted on one side, the pole open, and then you see a weak ground ball get through, and everyone wants to complain, but the next 6 balls that are hit hard to the right side that we're going to get, people forget about that too. So it's just one of those things, like I said, in the game, and it's here, and we gotta grasp it and do what we can with it.
Were you able to see a little bit of Will Banfield back in spring training?
A little bit, not much. He came up and helped us a little bit, and then I saw one of that futures game we had the last game. So he's got a real good future ahead of him. He's young still, very raw, learning, but he's got the right personality. He's got the right mentality. He's looking for people to help him. He's very receptive, and he's a nice young polite kid, and a lot of tools, just like Alfaro, like we were talking about, and future's very high for him also.